Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ian McLeod DLR, and we are the Group 7. And today, we are going to discuss about curriculum innovation. So first, here are our objectives. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to first, define curriculum innovation. Second, analyze the different types of curriculum innovations. And third, appreciate the positive contribution of curriculum innovations in the education system. So first, we will define the word innovation. So when we say innovation, innovation involves the introduction of something new in the curriculum that deviates from the standard practice, often because society has changed and so has the curriculum. So, for example, innovation, or basically, we innovate when we introduce newer things that are not expected and usually goes against the usual practice. So, for example, Alexander Graham Bell innovated the telephone, and back then, the means of communication were exchanging letters. So, the people did not expect this, but they were thankful because it benefited them, and soon it benefited the whole mankind. So, just like in education, we innovate the curriculum to meet the ever-changing demands of society. And just like that telephone, it should be advantageous to everyone, especially to the students. Next. So, oftentimes, curriculum innovations are associated with curriculum change. A term in curriculum studies means any changes in the curriculum that are either planned or unplanned. Curriculum innovations, therefore, are positive changes or improvements that are happening in the education system, particularly in the area of the curriculum. So, it is said here that curriculum innovation can either be planned or unplanned from the get-go. And as long as this brings progress or good effect to the whole teaching and learning experience, these curriculum innovations are very much welcome. So, at this point, we will discuss the different types of curriculum innovation. And the first one is the standards-based curriculum. It is a type of curriculum that is designed based on content standards as explicated by experts in this field. So, when we say standards-based curriculum, it is the most common among the different types of curriculum innovations or curriculum. And it is because it is designed and anchored as a product of our efforts of going to school. So it has three different aspects to it, and we will discuss the next slide. So the first aspect is the knowledge or content standards. It describes what students should know. This includes themes or conceptual strands that should be nurtured throughout the student's education. So when we say knowledge or content standards, these are the standards that the students should know from the core subjects. For example, knowledge or content standards are when we learn about the formula in math, different formulas in math, or when we learn about the different concepts in science. And for the next standard is the skills standard. It includes thinking and process skills and strategies that students should acquire. So when we say skill standards, these are standards that are being honed as we go to school. It could either be academically or non-academically related. And some examples of it are our dressmaking skills or writing skills if it's related to academics. And our last aspect is dispositions. It is the attitudes and values that should be developed and nurtured in students. So when we go to school, we don't only learn about the different facts or information that are being taught to us by our teachers, or we don't just go there and improve our skills. We also go there to improve our behavior and learn good manners and right conduct. So we must remember that those three different aspects of the standards-based curriculum is connected to the three domains of our knowledge. Knowledge or content standards are anchored on the cognitive domain. Skill standards are anchored on the So the next type of curriculum innovation is the multicultural curriculum. It aims to promote cultural literacy and cultural understanding. Schools use different strategies and approaches to develop cultural literacy and promote cultural understanding. So from the word itself, multicultural, from the prefix multi, it means many. It is a curriculum that is for many or different cultures. So it is the type of curriculum that embraces different kinds of cultures and promotes diversity. So why do we need to promote diversity? It is because it fuels our creativity and innovation. And when our creativity and innovation is fueled, we become productive and we become better as learners. So here are the 5 dimensions that schools could adapt when trying multicultural curriculum. So the first dimension is content integration. It deals with the extent to which teachers use examples and content from a variety of cultures to illustrate key concepts, principles, and generalizations in their subject area or discipline. So content integration just basically means when we discuss, we insert something and connect it to our lesson that is being discussed today. For example, in a social studies class, we discuss about migration and we connect it to the culture of nomads back then that they don't have permanent address, and this drastically affected the state of migration that we are experiencing today. So that's content integration. The second one is the knowledge construction process. It consists of methods, activities, and questions teachers use to help students to understand, investigate, and determine how implicit cultural assumptions, frames of reference, perspectives, and biases within a discipline influence the ways in which knowledge is constructed. So the knowledge construction process just basically means that it is our self-awareness to reflect about our perspectives and biases. If we have good characteristics or traits, this should be improved. And if we have biases, this should be removed, or we should already get rid of it and try to improve for the better. For the third dimension is prejudice reduction. It describes the characteristics of students' attitudes and strategies that can be used to help them develop more democratic attitudes and values. So when we talk about prejudice reduction, this is the part where we try to lessen our preconceived judgments about the different people that we meet in our everyday lives, because in that way, our prejudice on our stereotypes to them reduces, and that's when prejudice reduction happens. For the fourth dimension, it is equity pedagogy. This exists when teachers modify their teaching in ways that will facilitate the academic achievements of students from diverse racial, cultural, ethnic, and gender groups. So, in equity pedagogy dimension, that teachers identify and what are the problems that are happening in the classroom, and they try to modify their ways of teaching that will cater to the different types of students that exist in a certain classroom. And for the last dimension, an empowering school culture and social structure. It involves the restructuring of the culture and organization of the school, so that students from diverse racial, ethnic, and gender groups will experience quality. So if in equity pedagogy, the teachers modify their ways in the classroom, here in an empowering school culture and social structure, it is the bigger counterpart, or the school or the institution itself tries to modify their ways that caters to the different kinds of students, different races, different ethnic groups, and gender groups, so that they will experience quality experience in the school and to ensure that no students get left behind. So that's the empowerment culture, school culture and social structure. That's all.
Good day, everyone. I am your Wainala from Decent English. And today I will be discussing the continuation of our report, curriculum innovation. So, moving on, indigenous curriculum is the idea of an indigenous curriculum was a product of a vision to make the curriculum relevant and responsive to the needs and context of indigenous people. So, meaning indigenous education specifically focuses on teaching indigenous knowledge, models, methods, and content with formal or non-formal educational system. So, what is the purpose of indigenous curriculum? Above all, indigenous education is needed to ensure the survival and transmission of knowledge and worldviews that upholds spirituality, abundance, balance, resilience, adaptability, sustainability, living within the earning capacity, and making collective decisions for the benefit of all. So, there are different dimensions that serve as a framework for the development of an indigenous curriculum. Number one, construct knowledge. So, meaning, young children understand how experiences, personal views, and other people's ideas influence the development of scientific concepts and knowledge. So, knowledge construction is a process by which learners actively build their understanding of a topic or concept through exploration, reflection, and interaction. So, it involves constructing meaning from the information and experiences gained through learning activities and projects. So, number two dimension is use of instructional strategies. So, it promotes academic success for children of different cultures. So, meaning instructional strategies these are the techniques that educators use to ensure that students learn academic content. So, the goal of instructional strategies is to produce independent learners who can apply what is learned and expand upon it as necessary. So, teaching strategies play an important role in classroom instruction. Why? Because without the use of a strategy, teachers would be aimlessly projecting information that doesn't connect with learners or engage them. So, these different strategies help learners participate, connect, and add excitement to the content being delivered. Moving on, the integrate contents and activities. So, it reflects the learner's culture, history, traditions, and indigenous knowledge in the curriculum. So, meaning integrated activities jointly planned, funded, and interwoven activities between research and extension to solve problems. So, this includes the generation of knowledge and the transfer of information and technology. So, content integration deals with the extent to which teachers use examples and content from a variety of cultures and groups to illustrate key concepts, generalizations, and issues within their subject areas or disciplines. Next, utilize the community's cultural, material, and human resources. So, in the development and implementation of curriculum. So, it expands the spectrum of knowledge of students and helps them understand the functioning of different institutions in the community. So, it helps them some direct implications in the development of curriculum. So it postulates that brains do not exist in isolation, which is right. So the brain exists in bodies, which in turn exists in a culture. So the culture in which one happens to live becomes an important determinant of the brain structure and organization. So this brain-based learning refers to the teaching methods, lesson designs, and school programs that are based on the latest scientific research about how the brain learns, including such factors as cognitive development. So this helps students learn differently as they age, grow, and mature socially, emotionally, and cognitively. So, brain-based learning is essentially lesson plans and teaching methods that reflects the findings of how the brain learns best. So, cognition today defines brain-based learning as a paradigm of learning which addresses student learning and learning outcomes from the point of view of the human brain. So, teachers use research and implement teaching methods that have been designed specifically for the best retention and growth results. So, Marsha explained, if we are teaching brains, we should be using strategies that align with ways that people consume and retain information. So, now, after knowing what is brain-based education, what is the importance of brain-based education in teaching? So, according to my research found, for example, that teachers who implement brain-based education or learning often see both increased knowledge and attention in academic performance. So, not only those students score higher on test scores, but also they are able to remember the different skills they have learned and can use them beyond the classroom, meaning not only the classroom, but they can also use this in outside the classroom. So next type is the gifted education curriculum. So when we say gifted education curriculum, it is designed to respond to the needs of a growing number of gifted learners and to develop gifted potential. So, gifted education. So, this is gifted education is a type of education that provides gifted and talented students with an educational environment designed specifically for their social, emotional, and academic needs. So, what is the importance of gifted education curriculum? So, gifted children benefit from early gifted education. So, early services also help students maintain their interest and creative expressions in later life. So, after completing their degrees, they are able to perform in early programs foreshadows achievements in creative and technical areas well into middle age. So there are several examples of gifted curriculum models. So number one, autonomous learners model. So when we say autonomous learner model, it is a model designed to meet the diversified cognitive, social, and emotional needs of gifted and talented students. So its major goal is to facilitate the total growth of the individual. So this model allows students to develop their centers and participate in their activities. So this development is the major goal and can be achieved by students of all ages, meaning not only intended for young adults, rather you can achieve it so the age doesn't matter in this curriculum. So this student solves problems and or develops new ideas So, students can develop deeper ideas and philosophies that ultimately promote understanding of the structure of knowledge learning. And last, Kids Academia Model. So, this Kids Academia Model is a program for young Japanese children aged 5 to 8, which is developed by Dr. Manabo Sumida in 2010. So, this program is designed to provide excellent service or excellent science services or experiences for gifted children in Japan. So, this program aims to promote a curriculum model for developing the abilities of all students and extending the abilities to students to perform at advanced levels. So that's all of my report, and the next reporter will discuss the remaining topics. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I am Giovanni Manigiropa from BS Ed Mathematics. So here is the continuation of our report. Differentiated curriculum. A philosophy that enables teachers to plan strategically in order to reach the needs of the diverse learners in classroom. A curriculum that considers the unique characteristic, learning styles, thinking references, intelligence need, cultural backgrounds, gender, and other unique characteristics of the learners. It enables teachers to plan the curriculum based on the nature and needs of the learners. So, the differentiated curriculum is a learning program that ideally meets the academic needs and interests of every student. 6 steps in planning differentiated learning. So first is set standards. So to set or establish a certain level of quality. Next is active prior knowledge. So it helps students see the connections between previous learning and new instructions. The third is acquire new knowledge. So, learning is the process of acquiring new or modifying existing knowledge, behavior, skills, values, or preferences. Fourth is apply and adjust the learning. So, it refers to an educational approach whereby students learn by engaging in direct application of skills, theories, and models. Fifth is assess learning. So it occurs when students reflect on and monitor their progress to inform their future learning goals. Technology integration in the curriculum is breaking the geographical barriers in education. It is creating a new space for meaningful learning. Several innovations in education that are associated with or influenced by technology integration are online learning, distance education, computer-assisted instruction, webinars, e-books, and many others. Technology integration in the curriculum is the seamless blend of digital tools and technology skills into learning. The emphasis is on achieving curriculum objectives using thoughtfully selected hardware and software. So, outcomes-based education. It is a curriculum design that ensures coherent, logical systematic alignment between and among the different levels of outcomes. It also ensures connection among the essential elements of the curriculum intent, content, learning experiences, and evaluation. Outcomes-based education is an educational theory that bases each part of an educational system around goals. So here are the 2 common approaches to an OBE according to Spade 1994. So first is traditional or transitional approach. It emphasizes the student's mastery of traditional subject-related academic outcomes. So next is transformational approach. It emphasizes long-term cross-curricular outcomes that are related directly to students' future life roles. Here are the 4 essential principles of OPE according to Spadi 1994. So first is clarity. It means that everything teachers do must be clearly focused on what they want students to know, understand, and be able to do. The second is designing back. It means that prioritize the intended learning outcomes instead of topics to be covered. So the third is high expectations for all students. It means that teachers should establish high challenging standards of performance in order to encourage students to engage deeply in what they are learning. So the fourth is expanded opportunity for all learners. These principles is based on the idea that not all learners can learn the same thing in the same way and in the same time.
Transitional curriculum. The transition program is designed for special learners that are intellectually disabled and those that are physically handicapped. It is designed to meet their special needs and respond to their specific interests. Number 1. Transition to school life. May include children and adult special learners who would like to attend or who have been assessed to be ready for regular school under the inclusion program. Second, transition after post-secondary schooling includes programs that will prepare special learners for vocational courses and on-the-job training. Third is transitional to school to entrepreneurship. It includes programs that will allow special learners to become entrepreneurs in their respective communities. Next is transition from school to adult life. Includes programs that will allow students to adjust and adapt to adult life. And the last is transition to functional life. Includes the learning of life skills that will allow the special learners to learn how to take care of themselves and develop the same skills that they can use every day. Contribution of curriculum innovation to education. It makes collaboration easier. Students, teachers, and parents can communicate and collaborate more effectively. It helps to build technology-based skills, allowing students to learn early on to embrace and take advantage of the tools technology offers. It leads to better overall outcomes in the school environment. It promotes critical thinking, a sense of adventure, and an openness to adapt that will serve our students in the classroom. It will provide them with the necessary tools to tackle the challenges of their future workplace and give them the confidence and skills to continue to adapt.
So that's all. Thank you.